Ebola has always followed the same pattern: isolate, infect, extinguish. Brutal but local, terrifying but containable. But viruses are not static. They adapt, they evolve. And all it takes is one shift, one microscopic change, for a regional outbreak to become a global event. Now imagine an Ebola strain no longer tied to blood or bodily fluids, a version that spreads by air, carried on breath, on conversation, on a crowded train. From that point forward, containment becomes impossible, and the countdown begins. This is Doomsday Broadcast. Today's scenario: what if Ebola became airborne? Ebola is a viral hemorrhagic fever. Its effects are devastating: intense fever, vomiting, diarrhea, internal bleeding, organ failure. In severe cases, patients bleed from their eyes, their gums, even their pores. Mortality rate? Between 50 and 90%. But until now, Ebola's one limiting factor has been its method of transmission. It spreads only through direct contact with infected bodily fluids. It's horrific, but it burns fast, and it burns locally. However, Ebola isn't static. It's an RNA virus, known for their rapid mutation rates. And scientists have warned, it could adapt, it could evolve, it could become airborne. Airborne viruses don't need touch. They don't need intimacy or wounds. They need only one thing: proximity. If Ebola mutates to replicate in the upper respiratory tract, like the flu or COVID, it could be expelled in every cough, sneeze, even while speaking. And it's not just theory. In 2012, Canadian scientists observed airborne transmission of Ebola between pigs and monkeys. Separated, no contact, just shared air. In a packed bus, a subway, a church, airborne Ebola wouldn't just spread, it would detonate. Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of Congo. Population: 17 million, one of the most crowded cities on the continent. A meat vendor wakes up coughing. He's feverish, short of breath. But it's just a flu, he tells himself. He goes to work, rides a crowded bus, touches money, talks, coughs again. By evening, he collapses, admitted to a local hospital. By morning, 20 patients and 3 nurses are infected. But there's a twist: none of them touched him. The virus is now airborne. The outbreak is fast. By day 10, it's clear. Something is different. Victims are crashing with no clear source of exposure. Airlines continue flying, oblivious to what's coming. By day 15, the virus reaches Europe, then the Gulf, then Southeast Asia. By day 30, over 4 million infected, 2.2 million dead cases in over 40 countries. The virus has mutated again. Now it survives longer in cold air. It clings to surfaces. It hides in HVAC systems. There is no containment. There is only delay. By month 2, the illusion of order collapses. Cities are locked down, borders are closed, but the virus is already inside. Hospitals overflow. Doctors and nurses begin to succumb. One after another, the healers become the infected. The healthcare system, everywhere, collapses. Mass graves are dug by bulldozers. Military patrols roam city blocks enforcing curfews. Food chains break. Pharmacies run dry. Fuel and medicine are worth more than gold. Rumors of a vaccine surface. But production is slow, distribution slower, and trust gone. In the shadows, extremists and warlords rise. Power vacuums are filled by anyone with guns and clean water. The world begins to fracture. Governments collapse. Banking systems freeze. The internet, unstable, unreliable, vanishes. City streets deserted. Small towns become fortified zones. Villagers post guards at the road, shoot on sight. Every cough is a threat, every stranger a death sentence. By month 4, over 400 million dead, dozens of nations collapsed, entire continents slipping into anarchy, and yet the virus continues to evolve. Some strains now incubate for 10 days. Others show no symptoms at all. It's not just Ebola anymore, it's something else, something worse. In bunkers, in Arctic labs, in hidden compounds, some fight back. A vaccine is finally developed, but it's not a solution. It's a lifeline for the lucky few. Nations now live behind walls. Entire cities are sealed. Filtration systems, decontamination zones, now part of daily life. By month 8, the death toll surpasses 800 million, and the world is unrecognizable, not a global village, but a patchwork of fortified islands, paranoid, armed, alone. In 2020, a virus with a 1% fatality rate brought the world to its knees. Supply chains failed, hospitals collapsed, economies faltered, and we were warned. Now consider Ebola, a virus that kills up to 90% of those it infects. If it ever becomes airborne, the consequences would be catastrophic. Yet global pandemic response systems remain underfunded. Surveillance networks are outdated, and medical stockpiles have been quietly dismantled. The warning signs are there, the science is clear, but the world moves on, distracted and unprepared. Nature doesn't negotiate, it doesn't pause to give us time, and when the next pathogen emerges, faster, deadlier, more contagious, it won't be a matter of response, it will be a matter of survival. The question is no longer if, it's how soon. Will we be ready? This was Doomsday Broadcast. Subscribe for weekly Doomsday scenarios. Stay aware, stay ready, stay alive.